In commemoration of the 150th anniversary of Rosa Luxemburg's birth, a towering figure of the classical socialist movement, a brilliant thinker, a sharp-tongued rhetorician, and trailblazing leader of the proletarian cause, the Rosa-Luxemburg-Stiftung Hanoi office organized an exhibition titled "Those Who Do Not Move Do Not Notice Their Chains," showcasing artworks from 5 thoughtful, sensitive, and powerful female artists, curated by artist and art curator Tuan Mami and assistant curator art organizer Ding Thao Ling. This presentation is a response and an echo to Rosa Luxemburg's life of fighting for a fair society. The idea of this exhibition is inspired and built upon Rosa's inspiration and her revolutionary theory to keep the link between people who are always fighting to contribute their life to humanity and who always try to make society a better place.
And now I will start with the first artist, the first work to be shown in the exhibition, the video installation Endless, Childless from artist Nguyễn Phương Linh. We are gonna enter the work of her. In this video, a beauty parlors and nail salon became locations where the artist could hear her mother tongue spoken. Smoke filter, the room obscuring what we can and cannot see, drawing attention to our constant conditioning and desire for surface quality. The opaqueness of light through white is a metaphor for the blind spots in history. Beyond official narratives, the more you look, the blinder you become. So, this is the work from Joyce Hall, a day at Rosa-Luxemburg-Stiftung. And this is, you come to the office, you pick up the handset on the pedestal, and you will receive an introduction about the foundation with a screen showing a woman introducing the organization. So let's experience with this very special guide to get into the space. And this is the interactive video installation by a Taiwanese artist, Joyce Hall. And now we can move to Veronika work. So Veronika Rosa-Luxemburg is a German artist, and this is, you can see this is her work. You can see the curtain here. Her work including the 3 curtains, 1 tablecloth, and 2 pictures on the wall. The tablecloth and the pictures on the wall. So all her work made by graffiti pen and color pencils drawings on photocopy paper and then printed on textile and image paper. And the work named I Hug You comprised 144 leaflets as the means of expressing the time of Rosa Luxemburg. The starting point and idea for this work, created to honor Rosa Luxemburg's 150th birthday, is a thought how much nicer and interesting it would be if history and politics always had to do with people, with courage and fears, certainty and doubt, energies and reluctance, and so much more, and what ultimately makes us human. And opposite Veronika work is the Uncover Library Hanoi work by Joyce Hall. This is the improvisation installation, which is a bookshelf of Rosa-Luxemburg Foundations. All books and catalogs are covered and strawed by white paper. Visitors are invited to draw or write on the covers and the spine of the book while reading the books to create new lives, new names, and new recognitions for them. Welcome to the kitchen. We also, the artists also work with on the space of the foundation, so that the kitchen is also an interesting space. This is the video Overexposed Memory by Joyce Hall, and it's installed in the kitchen. It's unified by its striking minimal aesthetic, while the uncanny takes on gender roles, repetitive movement, and bureaucratic efficiency set up strange encounters for audiences. It shows a tension between dreams and reality, darkness and light, result in atmosphere that are both uneasy and seductive. And now we come to the work Fifth Cinema by artist Nguyễn Trinh Thi. The video begins with a quiet statement: "I am a filmmaker, as you know." That text and what follows by Maori filmmaker Barry Buckley, who coined the term fourth cinema to distinguish indigenous cinema from the established first, second, and third cinema framework, provides the structure to Nguyễn Trinh Thi hybrid essay film that moves on multiple cinematic and topical terrains. The film slowly leads the viewer through a narrative of colonialism, indigeneity, and cinematic limitations in representations. And now we will talk a bit with Nguyễn Trinh Thi about her work. We are entering a secret garden. So, hello. Now we have Nguyễn Trinh Thi here with us, and she's in the secret garden behind her work in here. So I have several questions to ask Nguyễn Trinh Thi, and the first question is, what do you think about the connection between your work in this exhibition and the life of Rosa Luxemburg?
My work is called Fifth Cinema. I normally work with a lot of archival footage, so of material that I have collected of a long time and history of Vietnam. And in this film, I kind of had a reflection of how can we be a filmmaker or artist, but at the same time we can do something to kind of intervene or help to improve society. So in that way, I feel that my work has some connection with Rosa-Luxemburg's career, in the way that she was always fighting for equality in society and the betterment of maybe women's role in society.
Yes, and I heard that you also have a new performance work in this show as well. So can you see, and also in this secret garden, so can you share more about that work?
So like in the film, I was playing and I was using a lot of different kind of archival footage. I collected many things, including the like analog film, the old film that now is not really used anymore. And I had the interest of doing a performance with some material. And I happened to find in my archive some 16 millimeters film that I bought, and it was actually shot by the DDR during the Vietnam War, I think in the late 60s. In this film, they were talking about the use of chemical weapons in the war in Vietnam by the United States. So I wanted to use some of this found footage to do a performance in this garden. So the film would be like this, and it would be running in a loop in the 16 millimeters projector. And I would ask the audience to participate to help me to kind of destroy the film. Like you can destroy the film by making holes in the film. Like the more holes you make in the film, the more images would disappear. And I also asked the audience to help me to trace the images that the film would project on the paper. So we can make like an artwork of drawings from the images in the film as well. So we have two groups of audience who help me. One is to keep the trace of the images or history, and the other is helping me to kind of destroy the evidence, and in a way it's kind of like forgetting history.
Thank you, and we all look forward to the performance because the fifth cinema we already can see from here. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we are now at the Woman Escape video sound performance and installation work from artist Trần Kim Ngọc. And now I'm gonna ask Trần Kim Ngọc about her work. Can you tell us about your work and its meaning?
You know, femininity is my great interest for a long way, and I very care about the the femininity in different contexts, the life from the tradition until the modern society. How is it, and what is the reflection, and how is the capacity, and what is the transformation of femininity. So this time the woman escape is a way I continue deeply into the gender identity. And this work will have 3 different chapters, and what you see now is the first one, the first chapter of woman escape. And in the second chapter, I will invite people go get into the room and explore what happened inside the room. The third chapter of woman escape will be a performance when we will remove the first wall of this room and turn this room into a performance stage. And then I will perform inside the stage. So that is the idea.
So here, this is the Herbarium of Rosa-Luxemburg, where she collected plants during her time in prison. And like the space we created here tries to bring up a garden where Rosa could have maybe sit, and we want to give the people who come the chance to read the new book we published yesterday, and which will be distributed on the 8th of March over our social media channels.
So it's so great, and we also have Philip as the person who had the idea of the exhibition. So can you can you share about the exhibition and where did you have the idea for this?
Yeah, sure. So the thing is that with 150 years of Rosa-Luxemburg's birthday this year, we wanted to do something different because we normally do a lot of conferences, workshops, and we wanted to make her life and what she did more accessible to a broader audience. So we worked together with the curator, Chun Mamit, to create this space which should bring Rosa's ideas and Rosa's thoughts to the bigger community here in Hanoi and maybe even abroad.
So can you say something to the audience?
Yes, so I would like also to use this chance to say thank you very much. Thank you for sure to Mami for working together with us, but also thank you for the 5 great artists who did an excellent job here. Thank you very much to the people in the background because they worked day and night for the last days, sometimes even until 5 a.m. to make this happen. Thank you very much to the whole team of Rosa-Luxemburg-Stiftung Southeast Asia who is doing their best also to make this happen. And I hope that you all enjoy it. And I hope that you, if you are in Hanoi, you can come over, you can see it in reality. And if not, follow us for more updates about the exhibition and about Rosa in Vietnam. Thank you.
Thank you.